Okay, I'm starting this video for the second time. I get so excited about trig ratios that I talk too much, so I'm going to try and cut this down to 1 minute. We are on lesson 3, where we are going to talk about trig ratios. So we started this unit talking about Pythagorean Theorem and how you can use it to determine if a triangle is acute, obtuse, or right triangle. And then I told you we're just focusing on right triangles. So we used Pythagorean Theorem to find the third side. So we knew two sides of a right triangle, and now we can find the specific third side. Remember in Unit 4, we could only estimate like between certain numbers what the third side was going to be, but if it's a right triangle, you can find that third side. Sine, cosine, and tangent allow you to find the sides of a triangle if you only know one angle and one side. Get out! Seriously, isn't that magic? The Greeks spent a lot of time messing with proportions and ratios, and they figured this out. And so it's going to sound like a foreign language lesson for a minute because there are a lot of weird symbols, a lot of words you've never seen. We're going to walk through this. Don't panic. The more you practice, the more it makes sense. And if you follow the method that we're teaching you right now, you will never be lost with sine, cosine, and tangent. You will always be able to do it. Okay? So let's get started. Sine, cosine, and tangent, which we often write as SIN, COS, and TAN, are ratios of sides of a right triangle. And so what that means is if I'm looking at a specific angle, this angle right here, I look at the relationship of the sides to the angle. The hypotenuse doesn't change no matter what. The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. So the hypotenuse, just follow the arrow of the right angle. Where is it pointing? This is the hypotenuse. That wouldn't change whether I'm looking at this angle or this top angle. Okay. Then I would label my other two sides. The adjacent angle is the angle the adjacent side, pardon me, is the side that is touching the angle. So the adjacent side touches the angle. The opposite side is the side across from the angle. So I call that O and I call that H. And now what I can do is come up with these ratios. The sine of this angle is the same as the ratio of the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse side. The cosine of this angle is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse side. The tangent of this angle is the opposite over the adjacent. And what this means mathematically is that if you know two things about a triangle, just two things about a right triangle, you can find everything else that you need to find. You can find an angle measurement, you can find the missing sides, you can find whatever you need to find. That's the magic of trig, okay? So you can remember it this way, SOHCAHTOA, and I'm going to write that on the top of every page. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, okay? Don't panic. We're going to learn this right now. It's probably like, what? So just keep going. Let's do some practice problems. Rewatch the practice problems again if you need to, but we're going to get there, okay? All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually apply this. My screen's a little bit off. Okay, so let's apply this. So to find the sine of A, the cosine of A, and the tangent of A, I need to label my sides. So I'm looking at angle A. So the first thing I do is I mark angle A. So I want everyone to mark angle A on their notes. Then I'm going to label my sides. The hypotenuse, it doesn't matter. It's always opposite the right angle. It's the longest side. So I'm going to mark that side H. I'm going to look at my angle. Why is this not going today? Oh my goodness, the thing's killing me. There we go. Sorry, let's go back. I'm going to look at my angle, the side that's touching my angle, that's not labeled. I've already labeled the H side, right? The side that's touching my angle that's not labeled is my adjacent side. That's my A side. And then the last side, the side that's not touching my angle, is my O side. You need to label these every single time. This will save you from confusion. Cross my heart, I promise. This is the method. Label your sides. Now, all I do is type. Computer's driving me crazy here. They're both in the same box. They weren't supposed to be. All right, whatever. Then I'm going to say O over H, opposite over hypotenuse, because if you remember, I've got sine, SOHCAHTOA, sine, cosine, tangent. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. or this side, whatever the length of this side is, over whatever the length of AB is. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing for cosine. If cosine is A over H, that's the ca, AB over AC, the length of AC, which is my adjacent side, over my hypotenuse side. And the tangent is opposite over adjacent, or the length of BC over the length of AC. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is label angle B over here because we're talking about angle B. And then we're going to label our H because that's across from the right angle. So no matter what angle I'm talking about, same triangle, right? I'm just looking at a different relationship. Label my side A. Now look at how my adjacent side changed. The adjacent side is always the side touching the angle. So it's going to change if I change angles, right? My adjacent side is no longer AC, it is now BC. And my opposite side is going to be AC, it's no longer BC, okay? Does that make sense that you have to change your relationship of O and A based on where your angle is? So the sine of B is going to be my opposite side, AC, over my hypotenuse AB. The cosine of B is going to be the adjacent side, so BC over the hypotenuse AB. And my tangent is going to be opposite, AC, over BC, adjacent. Okay? It still might be Swahili to you. This might not be making sense. Once we put numbers in, it might. Okay? All right. At this point, if you have questions, don't freak out. When I'm finished with the first example, if you're not understanding this, stop the video, ask one of us to come over and help you out, okay? So let's do this with numbers. Sine of A, so I'm going to mark A. That's my angle that I'm talking about. That is the reference point for everything. My hypotenuse is opposite my right angle, so I label that as H. My adjacent side is the other one that's touching the angle, so I label that as A, and O is not touching the angle at all. That's how I label them. Okay, so now the sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So I'm going to take the value for my opposite side, which is 12, and put that over the value for my hypotenuse, which is 13. Okay, for cosine, I'm going to take the value for A, and I'm going to put that over the value for H. So that's 5 over 13. Tangent, I'm just substituting. That's all you do is substitute your numbers once you label your sides. Is O, so 12, over A, which is 5. Okay. Tangent is the only one that can be greater than 1. Sine and cosine are never greater than 1. Okay? All right. So now what I want you to do is label side B. We're going to do this for B, and you're going to do that on Edpuzzle. So go ahead and finish that problem off on Edpuzzle. So now let's look at this. Here's the beauty, right? This is when, well, this is where I have two sides, but I don't have an angle, so I can't find my functions yet. Remember, for trig, you have to have an angle and a side. I don't have a side, but what I can do is let me figure out what my third side is. How can I do that? Oh, let's go back to lesson 2 and do Pythagorean Theorem. Yay! All right, so you're going to use Pythagorean Theorem to find the missing side. So I say A is 9, B is 12, C is x, because C is my hypotenuse. You see that? It's opposite the right angle. Plug it into Desmos, and when you do that, you're going to get x equals negative 15 and x equals 15. Always take the positive value. A length can't be negative, at least not in this dimension. All right, so now I know that my side is 15. Oh, now I can fill in my spaces. I'm going to mark my angle. I'm looking at W. And then I'm going to label my sides. I have opposite. That's where so that's my opposite. So I have 12 over 15. And if you want to make it a decimal, that's normally how you read trig functions. I know it's weird how we flip from fractions to decimals. Cosine of x. What? So now I'm not looking at W anymore. I'm looking at x. So that is no longer an O. That 12 is now an A, because I've changed my reference point. Okay. So now I'm going to find the cosine of x, which is opposite over hypotenuse. Well, or I'm sorry, adjacent over hypotenuse. But if you look, this side is now the adjacent side because I've changed my point of reference. I've moved to angle x. That's going to be 0.8 as well because I'm using the same numbers. But remember, it's because I changed my reference. Now I'm going to go back to angle W, and I want opposite over adjacent. So now that's going to be 12 over 9. I have to go back. You guys rewrite over your things and make your symbols. And now you're going to do the next problem exactly the same way on Edpuzzle. So now let's look at this. This is where I'm given what I need. I'm given an angle, and I'm given my sides, and I need to find the cosine of B. Well, let's see. Cosine of B, let's mark. So here's angle B. So I mark angle B. I'm going to mark my hypotenuse and mark my angle. Hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. Doesn't matter what angle, whether you're looking at angle A or angle B, that's going to be your hypotenuse. I've got my opposite side. I've got my adjacent side, and I need to find the cosine. So it's going to be A over H, right? Because that's what cosine is. And with reference to B, that's going to be 6 over the square root of 2, or 0.707 if you put that into Desmos. Now you're going to do the next problem on Edpuzzle. Okay. Once you're done with that last problem, we are going to grade the notes on Edpuzzle, and if you have questions, make sure you ask us. This is a foreign language. This is all new vocabulary, so there's a lot of vocabulary. So if you want help, just get in touch with us. Just reach out, raise your hand, ask us, and we'll talk you through some of the practice. Okay, guys? I know you got this.